So I'm now going out for a walk. It is just gone 1700 on today, the 9th of December 2009. That is the Gare de l'Est, and we see the time there. It's 1710. That is the Rue Saint-Laurent, where I'm staying there in the Hotel Ibis. Very, very conveniently placed to the SNCF station, the railway station, because I'm going to Reims tomorrow, which is in Champagne. I'm coming down here. I'm now off out for a walk. Unfortunately, it is dark, as you'd expect at this time of the night, this time of the year, I should say, at this time of the day, at this time of the year. We've only got 2 weeks to go, and it gets the shortest day of the year. So I'm now going out for a prowl around, and I'm going to. I don't really know where I'm going. I'm just going to sort of go and wander around and then sort of describe what I see, as I sort of usually do. This is Paris. I know Paris quite well. I've spent quite a lot of time here. Of course, it was in the 1980s. So I've decided to walk around the back streets here. This is Rue de Trévise, 9e arrondissement, and I think I've got myself a bit lost. But no doubt I won't be for long, but it's nice to wander around and see things. So the building the road I just came down, that's the Boulevard de Bonne Nouvelle, which is one of the boundaries, was one of the boundaries of the city. The city walls have been left there, and there's one of the gates into the city. I'm standing in the Rue Saint Denis, which is, beyond that is the Faubourg de Saint Denis. So the Rue Saint Denis was inside the city, and the Faubourg is outside the city. And so that's one of the gates, which I think is the late 17th century, on the site of where once had been the wall. This is the Boulevard Sevastopol, and walking straight down here I'll get to the river and Ile de la Cité. That's if I decide to go that way, of course. I presume the church is open as it's Christmas. It's so warm outside, it doesn't just feel like it at all. So I'm now standing on one of the bridges over the Seine. I don't know what this bridge is called, but it's one that goes into Ile de la Cité. And that building I've got in front of me is the Conciergierie, and that is now part of the legal law courts in there and what have you. But this is this building where the people who had been condemned by the revolution, the terror, were taken from there, and they were taken to various guillotines dotted around the city to have the heads chopped off. For example, Marie Antoinette was kept in a room there, and before being taken to Place de la République, which is now called Place de la Concorde, before having her head chopped off. And it's said to be a very, very dank looking, very nasty looking prison, but in fact what you actually see today, after seeing it like this, it doesn't really look that way at all, but what you actually see today, in fact, is post-revolution. It was largely redone, I think, sometime in the 1820s, and maybe again in the 20th century. I can't quite recall, but it didn't really look like that. In fact, I did try to find some old prints, without any success, I might add, of what it looked like beforehand. We're seeing that bridge down there because these big signs with Napoleon's motto on it. Not the sort of thing I would have thought would have been wanted to do, having some dictator who effectively not only usurped the revolution, but the Napoleonic Wars did lead to the deaths of lots and lots of people. Maybe Napoleon wasn't entirely responsible for them, but I don't think he did much good for France, in my opinion. Well, that's a lot of people think differently about things like that. Anyway, so looking down now, as I said, I don't know what this bridge here is called, and I could have stopped and asked somebody, assuming that you knew, because once, many years ago, there was this girl I saw on the street. This was in Szczecin, not in Paris, and I thought I'd go and introduce myself, and I asked her what was this place called, and she said, this square hasn't got a name. And so I suppose that was her way of saying, look, clear off, I'm not interested. And there's a bateau mouche going past. Can you see that? Well, you must be able to. Anyway, I've got to say this up front that I've got a slight problem. I didn't bring my battery charger with me, which I'm very sorry about, but it does mean that I won't be doing as much filming as I would have hoped. Anyway, I'll go down there. We've got the that cathedral thing there. What do you call it? Notre Dame, as they say in American. Notre Dame. So we have Notre Dame at night, and we've got a Christmas tree with blue decorations in front of it. And I filmed this last year, so I can't be bothered to go and do it again. So I suggest you see the film I made last year, and I filmed on the back last year as well. But this here is the Quai du, can't remember the name now, Marché Neuf, sorry, yeah, good job. Nicely read there. And you can see how deep the river could go here. Look at that. Very highly raised embankments, and down here is the Quartier Latin. I really like these streets with all these little restaurants and things in it. It's something very, very. Of course, it's a tourist place, and you probably don't get such a good deal as you would do in one of the little places off the non-tourist places. This is the Boulevard Saint-Germain. Part of the Latin Quarter, so to speak, with some nice Christmas decorations out. Oh, and the car phone warehouse is here called the Phone House. I also noticed that in Madrid as well, it was called the Phone House, but they kept the same logo. Bang, and there it is. So now I'm going back. It's began to rain, and not much fun walking around in the rain. This is Le Petit Pont in Paris, and that's Notre Dame, and that is the Conciergierie. And now I'm going back to the hotel, which is up there. But I shall be doing some more. For example, now when I think of the Conciergerie there, I think I'll do something on the French Revolution one day, but not today on this trip at all.